Hello, my lovelies. Elsie here to do your sneak peek for this week. How are you? I hope you're well. Thanks so much for clicking here. And I'm here with 12 decks. So welcome if you're brand new. And if you don't know what's going on here, I do this reading once a week, usually on a Monday or a Tuesday. You're going to get this particular reading probably really early on a Wednesday morning. But please understand that when I do this reading and say sneak peek for this week, it is for the next 7 days. So maybe you come along and you view this a week from now or a month from now. It's going to be for the next 7 days. So I'm here with 12 decks. I'm going to read for all 12 signs, and I'm going to mark everything down below in the description so you can just scroll the video, look through the chapters and find what you need for the energies that interest you. I'm just going to ask you to please stop watching tarot just for your sun sign. You don't really know what's going on if that's what you're doing, because how many Tauruses are there? How many Aquariuses are there? How many Aries are there? So many. What makes you unique? Your moon and your rising sign. So those two things influence your sun sign. So I hope you will take the time to go find a free natal chart, which is everywhere on the internet. And even if you don't have your exact time of birth, if you know you're born in the AM or the PM, you can still get your sun, moon, or rising. And then you can come back and watch for all three of those. It makes things a little bit of a rounder idea, gives you more information. The last thing I want to tell you is the way I do private reads is slowly starting to change. And so now you will be able to connect with me via phone, via text, or via video. And so if you go over to Hipsy, please look in the comment below, in the pinned comment. You'll see that there is a link for Hipsy, and you can still book pre-recorded videos with me, but now you can schedule your live time with me as well, if that's what you would like to do. So head over to Hipsy. Pinned comment is below this video, and check out the pricing if you'd like to do that. And yeah, hopefully see you over there. So let's get to it. Let's find out what's going on for you, Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Look, we're nearing to the end of your season, my birthday babies. I hope it's been a beautiful season for you. And I know it's been a little bit of a hard one, right? But nonetheless, we all need change, even though change sucks. We all need it. I hope you're well, Aries. Let's find out what's going on for you in the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week, Aries. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about my fire family. Tell me about Aries. I have so much Aries in my chart. I have Aries and Earth and Fire. That's me. All right, here we go. We've got the Hermit energy. We've got the Five of Cups. We're going to do it this way. Hermit energy, Five of Cups. We've got the Four of Wands, and we have the Two of Swords. So you're deep in thought about something here. What's going on with you, Aries? I feel like you are, it feels like you are really trying to figure something out here. It feels like you're deep in thought, possibly going over the details of regrets from the past, like possibly, regrets from old relationships or things that didn't turn out the way you wanted them to. It feels like you're in a bit of a nostalgic energy here. And keeping to yourself possibly. And maybe you're not stowing yourself away, right? For those of you who have busy lives, maybe you're not stowing yourself away. But I feel like you're sort of in an internal kind of energy with this Virgo energy here, which is the Hermit. And the Four of Cups here tells me that, it's sort of this place where you are thinking about emotions, thinking about the past. And even though it's the Four and not the Five of Cups, I really feel like you're sort of thinking about, I wish that would have worked out better for me. And I'm getting that from the Two of Swords. So I want to say that maybe you're trying to figure out why things didn't work out so you don't repeat patterns, I think. Because the Two of Swords, the person on the Two of Swords is trying to find balance within themselves. But they're trying to feel it out rather than look at things sort of head over heart. And sometimes you can be that way, Aries. You can be very head over heart with some things, maybe just to save the heart space. Tell me more about what this Virgo energy is about, please. This Hermit energy for Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Aries. We've got the Six of Wands. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, and we've got the Eight of Wands. It's almost like a little bit of calm before the storm, Aries. It feels like things are about to move forward quickly. So if you've been feeling stuck, if if the month of March really had you in a place where you were making a lot of changes, it feels like you're about to get some sort of victory in moving a little quicker or faster than you were moving before. The Knight of Pentacles is here. And so to me, that's telling me to tell you to be patient. Be patient because things happen in divine order, analytics, right? And it feels like with the Six of Wands here that there is some sort of victory you're going to get in sort of rocking yourself free from some sort of, I'm doing this because it feels like, oh, you know who I'm seeing? I don't know if you've ever seen The Never-Ending Story where the boy was trying to pull his horse out of the tar pit. And that's what it feels like. It feels like you're trying to pull yourself out of somewhere. You're going to get dislodged. I'm going to say you're going to be able to get free from something that I feel has been on your mind or on your heart. And it feels like you're looking for balance at a time when you're feeling a little bit stuck, but I feel like you're not going to feel stuck for much longer because the Eight of Wands is here. It's telling me things are about to speed up or move forward for you. Tell me more about Aries, please. We've got the Ace of Wands, we've got the Four of Pentacles, and we've got the Queen of Pentacles. So I feel like you might be going on some sort of really like a new creative money-making venture is what it feels like here. It feels like, I want to say somebody's extending their services, or it feels like with the Ace of Wands here, there's the beginning of something new and exciting that's showing up. And it feels like you're supposed to be clearing out old energy right now. You know, we've just had Venus go direct and Mercury is direct now. So there's nothing in retrograde at this time. So this is a time of moving forward. And it almost feels like you're just sort of on the tail end of being sort of thinking about the self, sort of, the hermit energy is about going in and really going over myself. What do I want to do next with my energy? And I feel like this Ace of Wands, which is your energy, it's saying here that I have something that I'm keeping to myself with the Four of Pentacles. I'm holding on to something or holding back, but it does look like it's something that's viable, like a financial opportunity of some sort, something that will bring in stability, something that you're planning, because Capricorn is the planner. So I feel like we've got Capricorn here a couple of times, right? The Queen of Pentacles and the Four of Pentacles. And it feels like you are planning something. We've got the Page of Pentacles. Yeah, it's something that's currently in its infancy that you are about to bring to the surface here. That's what it feels like. There's something that you're planning here, and it could have to do with your material world. We've got a lot of pentacles here. Could have to do with house, home, business, right? Maybe you're starting a new exciting adventure, maybe opening a business, maybe going to a new job. But I feel like you, this Knight of Pentacles had you sort of in this place where it was slowing you down to make you sort of really look at things, clean out closets, clean out memories, clean out whatever it is that's not serving you here. Tell me what the outcome is for Aries, please. We've got the Queen of Swords, we've got the Ace of Pentacles, and we've got the Ace of Swords. Very interesting. So again, the two swords show up here. So I feel like you're in a moment right now where you're sort of introspective and you're trying to get peace of mind. It feels like with these four swords that are here that you're trying to get stability of the mind. But I feel like you're about to materialize whatever you've been holding back below the surface, holding back on. I feel like this is a pentacle that you're about to plant here. It feels like you have some sort of big idea, clarity, or an aha moment. It feels like you're about to maybe possibly sign a contract with somebody for something that is going to begin newly in the 3D world for you here. And the Queen of Swords is somebody who possibly is giving you a job, right? This is somebody who could be the interviewer, someone who has all the information, the one who is giving you all the facts and the figures, and they might want you to sign a contract, a very lucrative contract, because the Ace of Pentacles is actually a lot of money, right? Money, material things. It's abundance, right? We say abundance because it could be energy, right? Pentacles aren't just money. They're energy, they're material world, things that are starting to materialize in the material world here. And I feel like if you've been waiting to hear from somebody about a contract or something new or about this new project that might be coming up, I think that you're going to hear about that possibly in the next 7 days. Maybe a little bit more information is coming with the Queen of Swords energy here. Around the corner, we have the Two of Wands. It's your energy. We have the Fool, also your energy. And then we have the Star energy. So I feel like you're feeling a lot better going into this new chapter of your life, Aries. It feels like a door is opening up. You're finally making a decision, moving away from the crossroads, taking action on something. The Fool is here. And in the upright, the Fool is excitement. The Fool is, I'm ready for a brand new start. I'm ready to do that. I'm taking an educated risk on something. The Star is here, which tells me you're the star, man. It's all about you. I feel like there is a wish fulfillment that is coming up for you here. Something that is going to be fulfilled for you that you've always wanted to do, or a plan that you've been keeping under the surface that you want to materialize in the 3D. I feel like that thing is about to come round for you here. We have the High Priestess. Yeah, it feels like you've been keeping it to yourself, or keeping quiet, or not telling people. It's like you're under the surface making all the plans in the Hermit energy, in the High Priestess energy, in the Four of Pentacles. You're making all the plans underneath the surface, and then something is about to surface. And I feel like when you've got everything signed, sealed, and delivered, I feel like that is when you start telling people about what's been going on in your life and why you've been so introspective lately. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We have Pisces energy, more Capricorn. We've got Aquarius energy, very thoughtful energy, right? Thinking and being hopeful about the future. We've got Aries a couple of times. We've got Sagittarius, more Aries. We've got Libra energy, more Aries, Cancer, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Leo energy and Virgo energy. Let's find out what's going on for Taurus. Taurus season is around the corner. Our season, sweethearts, is around the corner, right? The next few days here. We're already the 15th. Coming up soon. Tell me about Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. If you are somebody who is a Taurus born on the cusp, right? You could be an Aries Taurus cusp. I know that's me. Could be you as well. Tell me about Taurus, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter this week, next 7 days. Taurus. We've got the Seven of Cups. Taurus, I feel like there is a lot of confusion in your week or in the next 7 days here. It feels like there's a lot of opportunities. Maybe things are going to be busy for you, but these seem like emotional opportunities. It feels like you're trying to figure out how to organize things. You're feeling overwhelmed, possibly emotionally lately. We've got the Star. We've got the King of Swords. And we've got the Eight of Swords. So I feel like there's been some worry here, is what it feels like. There's been worry, there's been emotional overwhelm. I feel like you're trying to clear your path or clear your mind or make some sort of decision. It feels like you're hopeful about something. For some of you, it could be an Aries, a Gemini, an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. But it feels like I want to say that there is somebody here who is sort of up in their head. I feel like you're in this sort of prison of the mind. I want to say Taurus, or maybe it's the King of Swords, or maybe the King of Swords is the energy of, I just want to clear the path. I want to make a decision. I need to look over the facts, and it's all confusing and overwhelming because I can't stop overthinking it. It feels like that. The Star energy is here, and I feel like this is healing energy. I want to say these are all thoughts of healing. Taurus, I feel like you're going through something that's really emotionally turbulent right now, and I feel like you're looking for healing of the mind. I feel like you're looking for clarity and healing. I feel like in the future you will be moving away from this chaotic mindset, or in the chaos you're moving toward calmer waters, moving forward possibly. Maybe it's a physical move, but it feels like maybe you're processing some rejection, Taurus. Maybe you're feeling rejected, emotionally rejected by someone. You feel like your hands are tied, like there's nothing you can do but clear your path or clear your mind or heal whatever thoughts are going through your mind. If you are dealing with someone who is an Aquarius, a Gemini, or a Libra, this could be that you're feeling like your hands are tied. It feels like you want to heal something with this person. This person could be, they are an official person, but they are somebody who's also very introspective. You never really know what they're thinking. This is somebody who you never really know what they're thinking. And if that's you, Taurus, if you are dealing with someone who's an air sign, it could be that you don't really know what they're thinking. And I feel like this person is really not all that healed. Like I feel like they're really trying to find healing as well. Tell me about these seven. Tell me about the 7 cups, please. We do have the Emperor. We have the Two of Pentacles. And we have the Two of Cups. So Taurus, I feel like there is an Emperor. Possibly. If this is a person for you, this could be an Aries. It doesn't have to be, because the Emperor carries the energy of all of the kings. But it feels like, I feel like there is something that's up in the air. Something is not quite clear to you, and it's overwhelming you emotionally. I feel like you have feelings for this Emperor, possibly. It feels as though this is somebody who, I feel like it really does feel like it's confusion here. It feels like I don't really know where the Emperor stands. I don't really know where the King of Swords stands. I feel like this Emperor is giving you the King of Swords energy, which is not a lot, which is being quiet with you, being very silent, not really saying much. I feel like you're all up in your feelings this week, Taurus, about somebody who you're waiting to either make a decision about you, possibly about, decisions, right? We have a Two of Cups and the Two of Pentacles here. So it feels like you're overwhelmed in the weight that it's been silent. And I think it's been really hard for you on your mental health, because I feel like this Eight of Swords is telling me like your hands are tied. There's not really much more you can say or do. You've just got to wait and see what the universe is going to bring for you. Tell me more about this. It feels like you're confused about someone's feelings. You don't know if they think that you're the wish fulfillment, or it feels like somebody is being silent with you, possibly. We have the Seven of Wands. We have the Three of Cups. Yeah, it's making everything tense, really heavy, very emotional, Taurus. It feels like in the next 7 days, I want to say that it does feel like there is going to be a coming together of you two. It feels like you're going to see each other face to face, whether that's in a group of people or whether you get an invitation to see this person one-on-one. I feel like there is going to be a coming together, right? The Three of Cups is about celebration. Maybe there's a dinner or a celebration of sorts that you will see this person at. The thing is at this celebration, there's a little bit of tense energy. I'm just going to say the Seven of Wands tells me that somebody's really got their walls up, and they're also confused about the situation. It does feel like something is over or is making you sad, or there is regret about not being able to get clarity. Tell me about this Five of Cups here. What's going on here with the Five of Cups and the Three of Cups? It feels like somebody's very disconnected from you. With 8 cups here, there's very much disconnection. Emotional disconnect here, and it might have been because of some harsh words. Look, this person is the person who's going to give you harsh words. They're not going to sugarcoat it. They're not going to make it sound good. They're just going to give it to you, right? And you're going to have to take it. So I feel like there is this Five of Swords here. It's not really telling me that there's arguments or fights, but it feels like there's like the Emperor or the King of Swords feels like they're in charge, or feels like there is a decision to be made, and I feel like they're going to make a decision, and it's not going to be one that makes you happy. And so the Five of Swords is telling me that I feel like it's going to bring you to a place of seeing this person, but it's going to be very, very tense. It feels like it's tense. That's what I'm getting from the Five of Swords, Seven of Wands. It's very tense. It's not the usual happy feelings that you usually get when you see this person, but I think that there's a social event coming up possibly that you're going to see this person at, and you're not really sure about how to feel. I think you're feeling overwhelmed about something here. It feels like the King of Swords is a person who might make a choice that is... they're not very flexible in the mind because they're a fixed sign. So it takes them a long time to think things over. And sometimes they may tend to just give out a no first. That's a fixed sign thing. They may just say no, but then go back and think about it a little bit. And I feel like this Five of Swords is telling me that whatever they said to you hurt you, that they were doing it to win at any cost, so they wouldn't be viewed by you as someone who is soft or someone who you could change their mind. They really see a lot of value in keeping their path. Once they make a decision, they stay with the decision. But I feel like whatever they said to you probably hurt you. Tell me what the outcome is here for Taurus. We have the Ten of Cups, we have the Hierophant energy, and we have the Two of Wands. Look, I feel like, Taurus, that you're going to be happy regardless. This, I feel, is probably something that has been on your mind, weighing on you. It's been very overly emotional for you. And I feel like you're going to be okay, because the Ten of Cups is here with the Hierophant. Look, you're going to go on. I don't know what this decision is about. This could be a decision about a job. This could be a decision about a relationship, or whether or not we should date. It could be just about anything. But I feel like regardless of what the answer of the Emperor or the King of Swords is, I feel like with this Hierophant here, this is a good omen that you've shown up with this energy here, because you're still standing strong and you're solid and you've got a plan. Right? We got the Two of Wands here. You're standing at the crossroads here because I think that you're waiting for someone to give you an answer about something, and it's something that is going to sort of change your path. But I feel like you're already planning to be happy. Regardless of what the answer is, I feel like you're going to plan to be happy. What's around the corner for Taurus, please? We've got the Strength card, we've got the Empress, and we've got the Seven of Swords. You know what? It does feel like that somebody is holding back from you. And this is, you know, the Emperor and the Empress are both here. And I always tell you guys that the plight of the Emperor is to find somebody who suits them, who's on their vibration. But the scary thing for the Emperor is if they take on an Empress, the Empress, they're at the threat now of the Empress overthrowing the empire. And so sometimes an Emperor will reach down into the knights or into the queens or the kings, because they know they have control over that. They can control the outcome because they have the power in that case. But when they are with the Empress, they don't have the power. The Empress brings her own power, right? So it does feel like you're holding back, which I think you should do. The Strength card and the Empress energy is telling me that you're standing your ground, holding your energy. I'm not doing anything. I'm not coming towards you. And it feels like you just don't know what's going on. The Seven of Swords is here, and it feels like that there is something under the surface that just doesn't feel right. Like it feels like maybe you think that the way that they said this to you, maybe outright, they blurted something out that really hurt your feelings. I don't think they meant to do it. I just think that this person has a hard time expressing their feelings, and they tend to go with head over heart. They tend to feel like their back's against the wall when someone challenges their thinking. And I feel like there's something under the surface that might come to the surface here. The Queen of Wands energy. So look, this person's really attracted to you, whether feminine or masculine. Whoever I'm talking about, you're represented here in the Emperor or the Empress energy. But I feel like there is a really there's a definite connection of eyes. Like I feel like we really are attracted to each other. It feels like there is a really good energy between us. I feel like that's what somebody's keeping under the surface. I feel like somebody here is just like, yeah, they want to say it, but they're afraid. They're afraid of coming out of this Nine of Wands because this has become a comfort zone, I think, for the Emperor or the King of Swords, whoever you're dealing with. But I really do feel like you are showing up here as the Empress energy here. Taurus, you know, just make sure that you don't give your power over to someone else to let them make you feel happy or feel sad. Make sure that you stand your ground as the Empress, and you know that whatever's meant for you will never pass you by. It will show up for you when it's supposed to. And sometimes it's crappy to think that maybe what you want doesn't want you, but it is what it is. I'm just saying. We've got Gemini energy. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio. We've got Libra and Taurus energy here. Aquarius, Libra, Gemini. I'm doing a lot of us today. We have the Aries energy with the Emperor. Oh God. We have Taurus energy, we have Pisces, and more Aquarius energy. Whew. Damn. It was hard to get through. All right, Gemini. Let's find out what's going on for you, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini, please. The next 7 days for you, friend. Tell me what's coming up for you in the next 7 days. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Gemini. Tell me about Gemini the next 7 days, please. Tell me about Gemini. Gemini, we have the King of Swords in the reverse. What's going on here? We have the Four of Swords. We have the Seven of Cups. And we have the World card. Gemini, there's something here that I feel you don't trust. We've got the King of Swords in the reverse. Look, this could be your energy. Yeah, it could very well be your energy. Look, the King of Swords in the reverse isn't listening to their intuition. They're somebody who's kind of harsh with their words. I'm thinking that maybe you were sort of quick with your words with somebody here. And I feel now there's a bit of a distance between you and somebody here. We've got the Seven of Cups, which tells me now it's confusing. I'm not really sure. Is this over or is it not over? I'm not really sure. But I think that, you know, Gemini, it's no secret that you can be pretty honest, brutally honest at some point. And the King of Swords is brutally honest when in the reverse. This isn't somebody when the King of Swords is in the upright, there's somebody who's like checking over the facts and checking over the facts. I'm just going to go with the facts. I'm going to go head over heart. But when the King of Swords is in the reverse, it's a little less than that. It's like I really didn't check all the facts. And maybe I just said something and I overstepped, or I said something that possibly could have been taken the wrong way. And now I feel like there's distance between you and someone else, like someone has distanced themselves, and communication is a challenge. It feels like maybe you hurt somebody with the Three of Swords, and we've got one sword that's laying flat here in the challenge position. So it does feel like maybe communication with them is now a challenge because we're kind of overwhelmed emotionally. I don't really know what to say. Is this over? Is it done? Did we complete the cycle? It feels like it's a question mark, really. Tell me about the King of Swords being in the reverse. Tell me about the King of Swords being in the reverse, please. We've got the King of Pentacles. We've got the Hierophant. And we've got the High Priestess in the reverse. So I feel like there is, you could be possibly dealing with fixed signs. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo. We've got Virgo and Capricorn here, as well as Taurus and Pisces. It does feel like there was a really solid structure here. Like we had a really solid base, a solid structure. But then it feels like things went quiet. I feel like something's going to be revealed, that somebody's going to break the silence or say something, because the High Priestess is in the reverse. But I feel like we had a really good structure here until all of a sudden something was blurted out and somebody got their feelings hurt, is what it feels like. Tell me about this High Priestess, please. Tell me about the High Priestess. I feel like if it's been silent with somebody, I feel like that the silence is going to break in the next 7 days here. We've got the Nine of Wands. We've got the Three of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords. You know what it was? Is the person that you blurted out the information to, they might have taken it some type of way because they're a wounded warrior. So they already have sort of traumas from the past regarding people who sort of just jump to a conclusion, blurt out things, and are kind of harsh with their words. And I feel like this person is a wounded warrior, and I feel like it really affected them in some sort of way. I think this person is your friend, possibly, with the Three of Pentacles. They could be a coworker as well. Somebody who I feel maybe watches you online, watches you in the office, somebody who is a friend of a friend, somebody who's from a social group or a network that you're aware of. And it feels like there has to be a conversation. I feel like that the silence is going to break here. Somebody's going to say something, either you will or they will. But I'm going to say, just be really careful with your words. And I'm not saying that you have to edit yourself. That's not what I'm saying. But when you're the King of Swords in the reverse, like, you just throw it at them and they get all the daggers. And when you're in the Ace of Swords, it's more of a getting clarity. It's more like, let's clear up whatever I said. Whatever I said, that, can you clear it up? Did I hurt your feelings? Because that wasn't how it was intended to land. Maybe they caught you in a weak moment. Maybe they caught you on a day when you were having a crap day. Like, not everybody's having good days at the same time. And it could be just something as simple as that. We do have the Death card. So I feel like something's going to transform, but it's going to have to be words that transform it. So whether you plan on breaking the silence with them or they plan on breaking silence with you, I think it's you that needs to break the silence, since I feel it was you that jumped to a conclusion of some sort that caused the distance. And so it feels like with the Death card here that something needs to be said, and whatever is said will be transformational. So I'm going to say maybe it's time to pick your words. And maybe I'm not saying to backtrack, because I don't believe that you said anything that you didn't believe was true at the time. I don't think you need to backtrack. I just think you need to clarify. And so I feel that's going to bring change. It's going to bring something to an end where we're assuming things about each other, and then we can move forward in clarity here. Tell me about Gemini. Tell me about the outcome here, please, for Gemini. We've got the King of Cups. We've got the Ten of Pentacles. and we've got the Five of Swords. So it could have been a fight over money. It could have been something that somebody jumped to a conclusion about the family, about your family. Maybe they don't even really know you and they jumped to a conclusion about your family. Maybe you did it to them. But it feels like somebody just sort of threw down their swords. I don't really care. You're going to have to digest that the way you digest that. And sometimes that works when you're dealing with the right person, but when you're dealing with someone who's been wounded over and over and over in relationships and friendships, it lands different. It hits different for them. So I feel like right now that there is probably silence, but I also feel like you have a lot of emotional feelings about this person, whether it's friendly love or whether it is emotional, like romantic sort of love. And I feel like, this is a friendship or a love that's destined for a long time. So I feel like it's probably time to go back and maybe talk about it, get some clarity about what you actually meant. And maybe they caught you at a moment where you just like, oh God, now I got to deal with this, right? It could be that. But I feel like whatever was said, it feels like it was a difference of opinion. They had an opinion, you had an opinion, and you're like, you know what, your opinion's wrong. Maybe you just need to go until we can talk again. Like it feels like something like that. We have an opinion that's very different, and it might be about money, it might be about family, it might be about legacy, it might be about something in the Pentacle world, something that you can touch, hold, taste. And what I mean by that, it's not in the dream world, it's something that is real, right? It's something that we have talked about before, but now we're at odds about it. We have different opinions about it. Tell me what's around the corner for Gemini, please. We have the Ace of Wands, we have the Eight of Wands, and then we have the Ten of Swords. So I feel like somebody's got to open a path here, and things have to move forward, and we have to get past this hurt. Because it feels like somebody really has hurt feelings over this whole thing. And maybe you don't care, and that's fine too. But I feel like the Ace of Cups is telling me that you really do care. You have affection for this person. So whether it's platonic or romantic, you have affection for this person. You see them as a very good part of your life, someone who nourishes your life, someone who gives you just amount of right amount of friendliness or affection, love, friendliness, whatever it is. It feels like once we can close the cycle of hurt, of pain. I'm sorry I hurt you. Maybe it's an apology that needs to be said. Possibly that's the Page of Cups as well. And then we can disconnect from this and then we can carry on. So it feels like there is something that really needs to be said because of something that was said, if that makes any sense, right? Something really needs to be cleared up here. Clarity needs to be brought here. So we do have Scorpio energy. We have Aries. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. More Pisces energy. We have Taurus, we have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn energy. All right, Cancer. Tell me what's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. The next 7 days, Cancer. Tell me what's going on for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Cancer, don't forget, if you do want to connect with me live, you can do that by going to Hipsy. Please check the pinned comment below. There is a pinned comment with a link there if you want to go check out my pricing and how this live connection works. Tell me about Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Cancer. We have the Sun. You're seeing something clearer this week. In the next 7 days here, something is coming to light, or you're going to have some sort of a breakthrough. You're seeing something from a higher, like a higher level here. It's higher level thinking is what it feels like. It's like you're getting some sort of a breakthrough here about something that is going on in the Pentacle world. It does feel like it's something... There's planning going on here, planning to move forward and getting out of the comfort zone. I feel like you were trying to protect yourself from something here, and it feels like it might be a new beginning of sorts. So we've got the Ace of Pentacles and the Ace of Swords here. It feels like you you were kind of, it feels like somebody was trying to push you into making some sort of a decision and you didn't want to make that decision. I feel like whatever that is, you've got clarity about it this week, is what it feels like. The sun is showing up, you're going to have a breakthrough, and there's going to be growth. It's like, now I'm ready. It's like you finally have made your own decision about what you want to do. You didn't want anybody to push you into it. And so that's why I think I'm seeing here that we have a moment of go time here. Oh, look, we have the Lovers here too. So it could be over a relationship, but it could be over a choice as well. That there was a choice that needed to be made and you didn't want to be pushed into it. So you put up your walls, got a little sort of felt like your back was against the wall because somebody was trying to maybe push you into or force you into some sort of a new beginning. Now, for some of you, it could be relationship related because the sun is here. Leo energy is here, which is quite sexual, right? And it could be a new relationship here, but it really just feels like you've realized that there's no reason for you to hold up your boundaries so high. I feel like you were feeling a little bit pushed into something here, but I feel like now you're getting clarity on it here. We've got the Hermit energy. Yeah, you've gone into the Hermit energy. It's the clarity of I'm the one that's in control here of making this decision. So that's what it feels like here. The Emperor and the Hermit. I'll go ahead and think about that, but understand I'm the one that's in control of my new beginning, of this new chapter opening, if that's what's going to go on here. And I feel like you don't no longer have to be in the Seven of Wands because now you've had a breakthrough that you are the one who's in charge, right? You're the one who's in charge of you, making your decisions. I feel like you spent some time in the Hermit energy sort of trying to make sense of something, going over the details of something, analytics. And I think it was you that you were going over. It feels like a personal audit. It's like, why does this person feel like they can sort of push me into starting something new that I'm not ready for? I don't think that was it. I feel like you were, because you like to be the one who's the master of your, the master of your sea, right? It feels like you are the person who is the master, who is the one who makes the decisions, and you don't like when someone forces something on you. And I feel like these two openings here, a conversation about something that's really abundant, whatever this abundance is. It could be money, it could be house, home, relationship, whatever it is. I feel like it was something that you had to think about first. You didn't want to have to give an answer on the fly. Tell me more about Cancer. We've got the Three of Cups. We've got the Nine of Cups and the Justice card. So I think that you're deciding in favor of whatever I'm talking about here. I feel like it's almost like it had to be your idea instead of being someone bringing you the idea and saying, okay, let's go. And you're like, no, I got to think it over first because I get to open the door when I want to open the door. This sun showing up, though, giving you some sort of a breakthrough that this is actually a really good idea. And I think it's something that you've been hoping for, and it's going to bring you a lot of balance or restoration into your life. It's going to restore a happy emotional balance within your life here. And it feels like you possibly are going to be maybe reuniting with someone this week to tell them about that because of the Three of Cups. Possibly it's time to have a conversation. We've got the Eight of Pentacles. Yeah, I really do feel like you're being very purposeful. I want to say being very purposeful, being very patient, being very prepared, all the P's, right? It feels like you wanted to go over the details of something, really look into it and figure out if this is for you. You didn't want to make a hasty decision in order to be able to make someone else happy. You wanted to make sure that you're making the decision because you want to open the door, not because they want to open the door. Tell me what the outcome is here, please. I feel like you're going to come back together with somebody and talk about this. Look, this could be a business deal. This could be a business deal. It could be a new job, right? We've got 9 pentacles here. It could be, am I confident enough to take on this new role? It's going to pay me a lot of money. I've got the skills. I know I'm a subject matter expert on something, but is it going to make me the happiest I've ever been? I think the answer is yes, because the Justice card is here. I feel like for some of you, we could be talking about a new job. We could be talking about opening a business or investing in a business, investing in a conversation with somebody over dinner or coffee here. Tell me about the outcome, please. Got the Judgment card. You are making a decision to move forward here. Yeah. And I feel like just be careful is what I want to say. All you need to do is to be careful. It feels like you are with the King of Wands and the Judgment card, you're moving forward on some sort of a decision that this opportunity is presenting itself. And I feel like you had to go into the Hermit energy and decide, as long as I'm in control of the project, of the job, of whatever I'm getting paid, or the business, whatever it is, as long as I'm going to be in control of it, yes. Maybe the answer is yes. I feel like you're moving forward with cautious optimism, though, is what it feels like. This King of Wands here, that it's something that feels like you really do want. But I feel like you're moving forward with cautious optimism, because it feels like it is something that's going to make you happy and is going to fulfill whatever passions of your heart are present at this time. Tell me what's around the corner, please, for Cancer. We do have the Knight of Swords, we have the Two of Cups, and we have the Two of Wands in the reverse. So for some of you, it could be a relationship with the Two of Cups here, but really this could be the beginning of a really good partnership where we really do trust each other. I trust you emotionally, you trust me emotionally. The Two of Cups is a decision, and it's an emotional decision. So this is not just a decision in business, not just a decision in relationship. This is a decision that is really, that you're taking really seriously. Like when you join hands with somebody here, you're taking it really seriously. The Two of Wands tells me, I think you've already made a decision that no more planning is involved and you're going to jump in, because the Knight of Swords is here. So I feel like you finally made a decision to do what it is that you want to do, not what somebody else is expecting it of you. And so then it's time for us to move forward here. I feel like you still have sort of a feeling of, I'm not really sure if this is going to last a lifetime, or I'm not really sure if this is the last job I'm ever going to have, or the last relationship I'm ever going to have. So maybe you're going to hold back just a little bit, because the devil is throwing a little bit of doubt on you, a little bit of fear. I'm not really sure. I don't want to be in something that's codependent or something I get myself locked into that I can't get out of. So I feel like with the Four of Pentacles, it's telling me that you are holding back just a little bit. But I feel like this is going to work out really well for you. I do feel like that. You know, it's like the magic of happiness is what it feels like. It is going to work out really well for you. Use your intuition. I just saw the Empress on the, or sorry, not the Empress, but the High Priestess on the bottom of the deck. So make sure you're using your intuition at all times, of course. We've got Virgo, Cancer energy here. We've got Libra. We've got Gemini. Aries. We've got Aries a couple of times. We've got Virgo. We've got Pisces energy here as well, and Leo energy, Capricorn as well. All right. Let's talk about Leo. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Leo for the next 7 days, please. Sneak peek for this week for Leo. Leo, please know that there are new ways you can connect with me in private reads. You can still book your pre-recorded readings, but you can also now get me live. Please look in the pinned comment. And in the pinned comment, you will see a link to Hipsy, which is a sister site for Wizio. And if you have a Wizio username and password, it will work in the Hipsy site. And go over there and check out the situation. Check out the pricing. Tell me about Leo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter in the next 7 days. Leo, you're moving on from something here. No more chaos. It's time to move forward to something here. We've got the Ace of Wands. We've got the Queen of Cups in the reverse. And we've got the King of Wands. You know what? I think that you are going to be acting on some sort of emotion, is what it feels like. I feel like you've decided to let something go. The Queen of Cups, though, in the reverse is a little bit of, when I see the Queen of Cups in reverse, it's like I'm exhausted. I'm emotionally exhausted, possibly about thinking about something here. I think that you're making a decision to open a path here, one that you've been contemplating for a while, because we have King of Wands has a wand, and then we have the Ace of Wands. I feel like there's something you're passionate about, or a person. It could be the Queen of Cups is here, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. It feels like what you want to do is move into a very stable place. You want to create something stable with somebody who I feel that you already have like a very charismatic, I'm doing this, charismatic sort of, passionate sort of connection with. I feel like it's the Queen of Cups doesn't usually give me the energy of somebody who's releasing their feelings, but I think you're about to do that. I feel like you're about to release your feelings to someone just so we can have some movement here. It feels like you are contemplating that right now because the Two of Wands is about preparation and preparing to leave this place that you've been at for a while, which is the Two of Wands here. You've been at the crossroads. We have the Eight of Cups. And we have the Judgment card. So I feel like you've decided that I can't settle anymore in this life. I've got to make a really big move, a very big decision to create something. If I want it, I've got to create it, right? We can see that she is adorning, right? She's painting, creating. All right, tell me more about the Six of Swords, please, for Leo. We've got the Seven of Cups. Got the Seven of Pentacles. And we have the King of Pentacles. So I feel like you're willing now to put in a lot of hard work into something here. I want to say that it's really overwhelming for you because I feel like I'm speaking to somebody who doesn't normally let their feelings go like this. You're normally someone who plays under the surface, and, you know, I'm the King of Wands. I'm the person who's sort of astute, and, you know, I'm just sort of pointing out things and telling people what to do. It feels like you're not somebody who, you would rather act on your passions because your emotions aren't connected to your passion for a particular person. I think we're talking about here, or a situation. It could be a job. We do have the King of Pentacles, and I want to say that it feels like you either want to settle down or you just want to find the last job, the last relationship. The King of Pentacles is somebody who is navigating their way, not through feelings, but through practicality, through being very stable. What's going to make me the most stable? What is going to be the most practical thing? I feel like you're being really patient with yourself, which is good because I feel like you're going through a lot of emotions. And when I saw the Queen of Cups in the reverse first, before the Seven of Cups got on the table, it did feel like it's going to be very overwhelming for you to let go of your emotions and just be real with someone. Sitting sturdy on the throne here. I feel like you really need to balance your energy before you connect with somebody here, but I really feel like what you're trying to move forward to is some sort of new passionate beginning. Tell me about Leo. I feel like you're willing to work on all these overwhelming emotions that you have to stabilize them, the King of Pentacles. Here, a Wheel of Fortune. Got the Three of Cups, and we've got the Eight of Swords. So I feel what you're feeling are the winds of change, my friend. And I feel as though you're sort of nervous about the navigation of all of this because it feels like, you know, there's always an opportunity to get hung up on the rocks. I just see that. I'm looking at that big mountain in front of this person here, and it feels like it feels insurmountable. But it feels like if you move at it slowly, if you move at it in a practical way, very analytical, instead of moving at like, if you can get your emotions under control. I feel like you don't like change. Of course, you're a fixed sign. I know that about you, right? Because Leo's a fixed sign and I'm a fixed sign as a Taurus. So I'm feeling that sort of angst with you, right? With the Eight of Swords and the Three of Cups. This energy of, I'm really waiting for the future to call me, to tell me, look, it's time for you to move forward. I feel like you're in this Eight of Swords energy. You're fighting the Wheel of Fortune. Look, you're not going to win. You're not going to win, Leo. You're not going to win the Wheel of Fortune. The Wheel of Fortune is bringing change whether you're ready for it or not. It's destiny. It's what you wrote in your book of life before you came here. The universe is keeping you on track. So I feel like there is this Eight of Swords energy of how do I proceed forward to the future if I feel like my hands are tied? I feel like the Wheel of Fortune is going to provide a way. I feel like your life is about to expand and the future is about to show up here. Tell me more about Leo. we have the Knight of Cups. So it might be something that does involve romantic emotions for some of you. And if it's not romantic emotions, Knight of Cups is the passive knight. It's telling you to move slow to whatever the goal is, whatever the future lies, whatever lies forward in the future here, that you should take your time, be strategic, and move slowly. For some of you, though, it is about a romantic connection, that I feel that you feel your hands are tied in, that you want this for the future, that you know something has to change, but it feels like you are trying to hold your passions back. You're trying to not approach this in passion, because you know that fire burns out. Tell me what the outcome is for Leo, please. I think this is also making me feel like you wonder if this person even has any feelings for you anymore. Because the Queen of Cups in the reverse is maybe someone is drained of all their energy. Is like, I don't really know if I have it to give to you anymore. Tell me what the outcome is. We've got the Seven of Swords. We've got the Five of Wands, and we have the Eight of Cups coming out again. We have the Two of Cups on the bottom of the deck. So for some of you, we could be talking about a platonic relationship or a romantic relationship. The Seven of Swords is telling me you're still under the surface. You're under the surface because you don't know where to put your wand. I like this depiction because everybody here has picked their place. They've picked their Ace of Wands, but there's one person in the center running around. I don't know where to put my wand. I have indecision. I'm not really sure where I want to put my wand. The Ace of Wands is here. The Ace of Wands is in the hand of the King of Wands, but we do have 6 wands here, right? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Oh no, we've 8 wands. Okay, things moving forward. Sorry, I thought it was 6, but it's 8, moving forward. I think that you do want things to move forward here, but you don't want to settle. And I think that's the thing. It's like right now, I feel like you're sort of trying to detach from your emotions, trying to deal with it practically, trying to deal with it in a passion sort of energy instead of having to get all up in your feelings about it. I feel like you're keeping your feelings under the surface because you don't yet know where you want to put your wand. Tell me what's around the corner, please, for Leo. We have the Eight of Pentacles. We have the Nine of Wands, and we have the Three of Swords. It's because you're the wounded warrior, sweetheart. Because I feel that you have been hurt over and over and over. This life hasn't been easy for you, not good to you. And I feel like you've been trying to do a lot of work on the self. I feel like you can drop these burdens. The Three of Swords is sort of lingering, though. It feels like I don't want to get hurt again. This person's, got their arms covering themselves. I don't want to get hurt again. I don't want my heart to get hurt again. And I feel like you've been romantically hurt before. We have the Seven of Wands. I'm going to say this is really good advice. The good advice is put your boundaries up. If you put boundaries up and keep all of the promises you have to yourself, then you won't fall into the Three of Swords again. You'll see across the boundaries what is coming at you and be able to realize whether that is what you want or not. We have the Ten of Pentacles. And I think this is why this is sort of this angst sort of energy of emotions, and I'm overwhelmed and I'm trying to get things straight and settle them down. I have a lot of passion for this person, but I don't want them to think that I'm just coming in for the passion. I feel like it's because you're looking for your last relationship here. And so what you don't want to do is go too quickly or make quick decisions. So I feel like you're safer. You feel a lot safer with your feelings under the surface. And that's Chariot energy is Cancer. You're feeling a lot more comfortable with your feelings still being under the surface rather than divulging everything right away. Right. We do have Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer energy is very strong here. We do have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius. Everything's about to expand, and I feel like you're just worried about it because you're used to running at things in fire. But now you're going to have to get your intellectual self involved, and you're going to have to put fire on the back burner. And I think that that's the hard part for you. We've got Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Got Aries energy here. Yeah, Cancer energy as well. All right, Virgo. Tell me about Virgo, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Virgo. Virgo, if you're interested in a private read, I'm connecting with you differently now in a private read than I used to. I used to only just offer private reads as a pre-recorded video. I'm now offering live energy. And so if you want a live reading, please look at the Hipsy link that is in the pinned comment, and that will take you over to Hipsy. If you already have a Wizio username password, it'll work in the Hipsy site. So head on over there to take a look at the pricing and looking at things that regard the live readings. There will be phone chat and video live reads. All right, we've got Justice here. Oh, I like this energy starting out here. Virgo, we've got the Justice card, we've got the Sun, we've got the Six of Pentacles in the reverse, and we have the Knight of Wands. I feel like you've come to some sort of decision. There's something you're seeing clearly here now, Virgo, that you didn't see before. And I think it's because your third eye is open. I think you're using all the tools that you've been given. And it feels like there is somebody here in your life who has not been giving you all of their energy. Somebody who possibly has been doing a little bit of breadcrumbing. And what I mean by that is you've been giving more to this person than they've been giving back to you. I feel like you're the person who is the one who is always taking care of everybody. You're the overgiver, right? You're Virgo. And so I feel like you've now got clarity in some sort of, it's a realization is what it feels like with the Sun and the card of Libra here. The Justice card. Oh, I don't know why I couldn't say that. So we've got Justice, and Justice is coming out under the Sun. So you're seeing everything for what it is now. I think you're starting to realize that there is somebody here who's not giving all of their effort. And this is somebody who possibly is somebody who doesn't give a whole lot of stability to people in their lives. They might be someone who's here and gone. They might be in your life and then out of your life. It feels like you are realizing it, seeing it, or recognizing it right now. And I feel like you're like, I don't know if this person isn't really giving me a whole lot of stability in my life. We do have the Three of Wands. We have the Ace of Pentacles, and we have the Hermit energy. So I feel as though before you start making a bunch of decisions about your future and investing in your future here, that I think that it's time for you to really listen to the self. The Hermit energy is here. Figuring out what you really want to do. What is best for you, Virgo? That's your energy, right? The Hermit energy. What's best for you? Going into the self-audit, and look, I know you audit yourself all the time, but I feel like it's really important for you to figure out what to do next. Because I feel like there's somebody here that you're realizing is not the person that you need in your life, or maybe that you wanted to be in your life, because this person's not really giving you a whole lot of stability. They take risks, or they have risky behavior possibly, or they are somebody who's like, yeah, I'll call you next week, and they never call, or they just never follow up on things. That's what it feels like. Like you're somebody who is very organized. And when someone says, I'll be there Tuesday at 2, you expect to hear that from them Tuesday at 2. But I don't think that this person is really giving you that energy. And what you want is balance. You want to be able to be balanced, to be able to have maybe be a little bit more predictable. Predictability is Pentacles, right? It's I want to be able to predict the outcome of this, and I feel like you can't, because you're dealing with somebody who is in this energy of the Knight of Wands. And it doesn't mean that they're a player or any of that. This is just really unstable energy. This is somebody who doesn't know what they want, is what it is. And that's why they're not giving you all of their energy. Tell me more about Virgo. We have the Death card. We have the King of Cups. And we have the Seven of Swords. So I think what's happening here is that there's somebody here who you're very attracted to. They're very attracted to you. There's a lot of energy between you, charismatic energy. You guys clearly have a really good electric sort of energy between you. So there's attraction, I would say. And I feel like what you don't like is that this person is just everywhere. They're everywhere, and they're just here, there, and everywhere. I feel like they're also somebody who isn't showing their feelings to you on the surface. And I feel like that's a little bit confusing to you. So before you can make your decision about what you're going to do, since the thing is that the Sun with the Libra energy here is making me feel like now you're seeing it all for what it is instead of what it was. And so the Death card is something here has got to change with the King of Cups. This person has to show me their feelings. I feel like they're that there is going to be something that is going to be revealed, and it could be like emotionally revealing here. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. Tell me about the Seven of Swords. There's a truth that's coming to the surface here. Something that's been under the surface. Maybe it's an emotional truth. But there is something here that you're going to see, or this person's going to say. Yeah, they're going to say it. So I feel like they're just going to be really honest about their feelings. And tell me what that means. Tell me what the honesty about the feelings means. Because when the King of Swords is involved, it's not necessarily emotional. Do you know what I mean? This person's going to talk about their feelings in a way like they're ordering lunch. Like it's not, you know, oh, I'm really, you know, that's not that. This person is sort of shirking away or, you know, kind of trying to run away from being really honest with you is what it feels like here. Tell me about this. We've got the 8. Yeah, see, it's going to be done in a very detached sort of manner. So they're going to say, yeah, of course I have feelings for you. So what do we do about that? Like, it feels like it's a very detached sort of manner. And I feel like when they're detached with you, you're going to give them detached back, because we've got the Queen and the King of Swords. And they're not necessarily emotional, right? They're head over heart. Let's talk about it logically then. And I feel like we talk about it in a very detached manner, maybe over dinner, over coffee, whatever it is. Let's get back together and talk about it here. I feel like, you know, the 3 of Cups is celebration, but it's indicating to me here, it's making me feel like we've got to come back together. We've got to come back together and talk about this, because we've been very detached about this whole thing for a while. And so I think that's, you're becoming to realize, you're coming to the point where you're realizing that this person really is quite detached. They aren't somebody who, unless you've got them in fire, unless you've got them rolling in the sheets, there's someone who they're not showing you any of their energy. They're not really being honest with you. They can't talk about their feelings. It feels like that somebody here who's trying to be emotionally available, but they're really not. The King of Swords is here. They'd rather deal with everything logically. What's the outcome here for Libra? Oh, I'm sorry, not Libra, for Virgo. We'd have the 4 of Swords, we have the 5 of Swords, and we have the Page of Pentacles. So it does feel like this person has a hard time talking about their feelings. And when they do, it ends up in an argument because they don't know how to deal with their feelings. I feel like this is your worry. That if, you know, now that I see what I see, now I understand what's going on here. If I bring this up, is it just, you know, this person isn't going to give you a lot of their energy. They're not ready to put a whole lot of work into this. Like, I feel like you're in and they're not really, is what it feels like here. Tell me what's around the corner for Virgo. We've got the 10 of Swords. We've got the 4 of Cups, and we've got the 5 of Wands. I feel like, Virgo, that you're probably just going to reject them and bring this to an end, however painful it might be, because I feel like you'd rather not live in the 5 of Wands, which is all this indecision. Am I in competition? Is there people in the DMs? Like, it feels like you'd rather not live in that energy. So I feel like you're probably, if they can't come clean with you, or if they start an argument, I think you're going to reject it and take the pain of the 10 of Swords. I think you're deciding you're just going to do that here. Yeah, it's a realization that once you, I think that you're sort of watching them from a distance possibly right now to see what sort of energy or mood they're giving you. And I feel like you're going to figure out the right moment to say something, and then you're going to bring it all up from the bottom up. I think you're kind of in this place where I'm going to blow it up and it's going to work out, or it's not. And I don't think either way it bothers you. I feel like it's going to be hurtful if it doesn't work out the way you want it. Absolutely, your feelings will probably be hurt and it'll be painful. But I think you'd rather know than not know. We do have the Queen of Pentacles. You could be dealing with someone who is a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. But I think for you, it's mostly, I need a plan. I need to plan it. Are we in it or are we not? Like, I need to now figure out, am I taking steps towards getting more serious with you? Or is this just something that is happening in fire? We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius energy. Lots of air energy here. Lots going on in the head. Scorpio, Pisces, and Cancer. We've got more Scorpio energy. We've got Virgo, we've got Libra, and we've got Leo energy here. All right. Let's talk to you, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Next 7 days, Libra. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Sneak peek for the week for Libra. Libra, if you're interested in a private reading, please know I'm connecting with you now live. So if you'd like to connect in a live reading, please look at the pinned comment down below and go to Hipsy. If you have a username and password for Hipsy, you you will be able to use that. If you have a username and password to Wizio, sorry, you will be able to use that in Hipsy. I'm just expanding the way I do private reads. So go take a look at the pricing if you're interested in doing that. See you there. Tell me about Libra. Next 7 days, please. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. We've got the Four of Swords. So something that I feel like this is going to be sort of a very zen kind of stabilized, sort of healed week for you here, Libra. Something here is, yeah, I feel like you're cutting out all the bullshit here, is what it feels like. It's like you're silencing the world around you. We've got the Tower. Ah, you're preparing for a tower here. That's what it is. It's like the calm before the storm. You're preparing for a tower. It feels like there is some sort of, big realization that's about to go down here is what it feels like. The Three of Cups is celebration, is happiness. But with the Tower near, it's realization that I want to have some sort of reunion with somebody, or this is a happy tower, I'm going to say. This is not a tower that you should be afraid of. I feel like it's a realization in your meditation. So whether you're into meditation or prayer, I feel like it's going to give you stability of the mind. It's going to put you in, this realization is going to put you in a happy place in your mind. This is something that I've made a decision. I'm leaving behind whatever's back here and I'm moving into the future. The Death card is about transformation. So I feel like you have already been on this path of transformation for a while here, Libra. And I feel like you are going through some sort of a realization this week, but it is a happy tower. It's something that makes you realize that something actually is going to work out better than you thought it would. Tell me about the Four of Swords. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. We've got the Ten of Wands. That's great. And the Knight of Wands. Look, your path is being cleared. I love that. The Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Wands tells me you can put down the burdens. The path is clear. You can go. I feel like it's the Knight of Swords. The Knight of Wands is telling me it's time for you to go. You can go get whatever it is that you want. It's time to take action. Be excitable and take action. This really does feel like it's going to be a good week for you here. Feels like there is going to be some excitement that's going on here. I feel like you've been manifesting something for a while, and the Wheel of Fortune, of course, is about change. Something is changing in the way you think, or something is changing, and it's time for the path to be cleared here. So it's divine, it's destiny, right? It's destiny that the path is cleared, that things are going to change, and that we move forward to a very exciting place where it's now time for me to get up and take action. I feel like you've been in this Four of Swords energy, healing or meditating for a while. And it's time to move forward here. I feel like the Death card is telling me you're finally through this transformation and have come to a realization. We've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse, which tells me that you're feeling quite stable in your energy. No more sort of juggling things. I'm not juggling things back and forth in the mind any longer. I've made a decision that I'm going to go. The Four of Wands is here. And then we have the Four of Pentacles. So it's stability, and it's a little bit of holding back as well. I feel like the stability, though, is the most important thing that we should look at here with the Two of Pentacles being in the reverse, that you're no longer back and forth about what you should be doing. I think that you are slowly making a plan in the mind that this is something that could maybe have some longevity with the Four of Wands. Maybe this is a person that I want to hang out with. Maybe this is a job I want to stay at for a while. I feel like you're going to keep that to yourself for a little bit. You're just going to go with the stability. I feel like, first of all, you need to engage with this person or have a reunion with them to tell them what your realization is here. We have the Queen of Swords. So it's about time for you we're going to have a very logical, grounded conversation, very clear and honest about what we do next. I feel like you're not supposed to just blurt it out and say it all at once, I'm going to say. Take it slowly, because the Four of Pentacles is here with a warning of maybe you should just hold it back just a little bit, but do be honest and truthful, because your words are going to cause transformation. And so I feel like you're just going to be really honest with this person about what you see for the future. And I feel like what you see for the future is either being at this job long-term or being with a person long-term. It feels like we have to talk about it, though, very logically, very honestly. This is, we need to bring some balance into the situation. I need to liberate myself, though, and say all the words I'm going to say. This is your card. That's Libra. It's also Gemini and Aquarius in a general reading. Tell me what the outcome is here for Libra, please. We've got the Six of Swords, we've got the Ace of Cups, and we've got the Queen of Wands. So making a bold move. I think that's what you're doing here. So whatever the situation is for you, you're making a bold move. And I feel like you're moving toward the Ace of Cups. So you're moving toward heart happiness, whether that's romantic or platonic or feeling overflowing with excitement. It could be that. So it feels like with the Queen of Wands energy, you're making a bold move forward in the next 7 days about something that you've been thinking about for a while. And when you finally get this energy of, okay, it locks in, the Wheel of Fortune shows up. When you finally make your decision, the Wheel of Fortune shows up and clears the path for you to move forward. Tell me what is around the corner for Libra, please. We have the Nine of Wands, we have the Three of Swords, and we have the Sun. I feel like it's really very important that you have some sort of a breakthrough before you move forward, which means please make sure that you really do have this Tower. This realization is a major awakening for you. It's a major awakening of what you really want, and whether the person that you really want fits into that scenario is another thing. We could be talking about the Queen of Wands, right? Who is kind of independent. So I feel like you have feelings for somebody who's kind of independent, and they might not necessarily want to move forward in the way that you want to move forward, because somebody here is still holding back. The Sun is here though, so you're going to see everything for what it is. And the Three of Swords and the Nine of Wands is here. I feel like you're going to have a hard time convincing someone that the Sun is here, that things are warm, that I see you for who you are, that you're okay being who you are. You're going to have a hard time convincing them because somebody here has suffered a lot of heartbreak in the past, and that's something I feel they're going to bring to light. I think you're going to have this realization that this person is maybe not listening to their intuition. Maybe they're not listening to you. Maybe there's someone who is, still got walls up, someone who likes to conquer, someone who needs to be in charge in order to feel safe. And it could end up in, not the way you want it with the Five of Swords here. This person could give you some sort of an argument and say, well, I'm not really sure if that's what I want or not. So I'm not saying that there is not going to be an unfavorable outcome, but there very well could be, and I want you to be aware of that if you're the one taking action, that you're going to see, when the Sun comes out, you're going to see how wounded this person really is. And that's going to help you make a decision about how quickly or how slowly you move towards some sort of a new beginning. This person could say, look, I have an addiction that I just don't have under wraps. I don't have control of it. It has control of me. So I feel like there's some things you're going to figure out or find out here with the Devil energy here, because when the Sun's out, not even the devil can hide from the sun, right? All right. Got the Emperor, we've got Aries, we've got Pisces, we've got Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got the Sun, which is Leo. We have Scorpio a couple of times here. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius, Aries, and Leo as well. All right. More Aries energy. There's a new path that's here, and I feel like you can have that new path, but I feel like you're really going to see what you're getting yourself into, and that might, show you exactly which way you want to go. All right, Scorpio. Let's go take a look at Scorpio, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter for this week. The next 7 days, Scorpio. How are you doing, my psychic friends? Hope you're well. Scorpio, if you want to connect with me now, you can connect with me in different ways, not just in pre-recorded videos, but you can also connect with me live. You will need a username and password for Hipsy, and if you've already been to Wizio, you already have one. So, Scorpio, go ahead and take a look over at Hipsy if you would like to connect live with me in a reading rather than a pre-recorded reading. Tell me about Scorpio. We've got the Moon energy here. Something is not as it seems this week for you. We've got the Knight of Pentacles, who's in the reverse. We've got the Wheel of Fortune. You're trying to resist the Wheel of Fortune because you're unsure about something that's coming up here. Look, friend, nobody resists the major arcanas. You can't resist the Wheel of Fortune. It's moving forward, and you can try and hold back as much as you want, but it's just going to aggravate you, I promise you. It's just going to be aggravation here. And I think that the reason that you're holding back, and I think you're holding back because of this Knight of Pentacles being in the reverse. I'm not ready. I don't have all the data. I'm not ready. I'm not sure about the analytics. I'm not really sure. It feels like somebody here is like off the horse. I'm not really sure. But I want to say that there is... I think that you want to wait a little longer because you're unsure of the situation, but the Wheel of Fortune is saying now is the time. Destiny is here, and things are about to expand and move forward in a very fortunate way for you. But I feel like if you're feeling a little bit of angst right now, if you're feeling a little bit of energy of, I feel like something's in the distance, but I don't know if I want it. It feels like this. Maybe you're in this hermit energy of, okay, wait, whoa, slow down. I got to look over a few things here. Maybe you're maybe you don't feel ready, right? Because the hermit is really about the self-audit. Maybe you don't feel ready for it. Tell me what this moon energy is about. We've got Pisces, Cancer energy here, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius energy here with expansion of Jupiter. Something is about to open itself up to you, and you're like, no, close the door. I'm not ready for that yet. They're pulling. I just saw Charlie showed me somebody is ready to pull back the curtain and say ta-da, and you're like, no, don't do it yet. Don't pull the curtain yet. I'm not ready. I haven't decided yet. Yeah, there we go. 5 of Wands. So this is the indecision that I'm feeling about the moon energy. I'm not really sure if things are really as they seem. I'm not really sure if I'm ready to go down that path. Temperance is in the reverse. Well, now I see where you have a little bit of anxiety or angst possibly here. 7 of Cups is overwhelming. Look, there's a big decision. Very big decision that's coming up here for you, Scorpio. And I feel like this is coming at you. It doesn't feel like something you're offering to someone. I feel like it's something that's being offered to you. But I also feel that you're feeling unstable because you're feeling unstable in your emotions because it's indecision. I don't really know what I want to do. Things aren't as they seem. Why are my spidey senses tingling? Why is it telling me that why are my spidey senses telling me to wait? Why do I keep getting this feeling of maybe I should wait a little longer? I'm just looking at the way this is broken up here. We get 2 pentacles here as a decision, but then we have the 5 pentacles here. And that is like, maybe if it moves forward, what if it doesn't work? It's a little bit of worry that it's not going to work out. So I think that we are looking at something that is... yeah, somebody's reaching out for you because this person's standing in the water, which is your energy. And then there's someone standing on land, which is, earth energy. But this person is reaching out to that one. And so I feel like somebody's reaching out to you. And I feel like you're trying to fight the Wheel of Fortune. You're trying to fight destiny here. You're overthinking it, my friend. And the thing is that you're not comfortable with it because it's not your decision. When you move at something slowly, strategically, and you make the decision, and the Wheel of Fortune's here, and destiny, and let's go for it. But I feel like it's because someone else is coming at you to make change that you just aren't sure about what to do. We've got the Judgment card here. It could be somebody who's coming back round for the second time. Definitely it could be. Doesn't have to be for all of you. And if it's not somebody who's coming back again, I feel like the Judgment is telling me that whatever decision you make is a clear one. I'm going to say trust your intuition because I feel like you are going to make a clear decision based on facts, because we do have the Page of Swords, based on whatever I've dug up, based on facts, based on things that I know, that I've seen, that I've observed. So you're just not making a quick decision here, because Scorpio never does that. I feel like there is a decision that you're going to make here that is strategic. It feels like you've gone over yourself, gone over the audit, listened to your intuition. There's something here that you're ready to put down in favor of making a decision in the sun. So I'm just saying that I feel like the decision you make will be a good one. Please listen to your intuition, but also listen to how you feel. Don't go into it if you're feeling that your emotions are not in balance, because Temperance is here in the reverse, and Temperance in the reverse for me is always a no. So if your emotions are wild, if they're running wild and you're feeling overly emotional and in indecision, the answer is no. And if you feel like the sun is out and you've got enough information, the answer might be yes. Tell me more about this. Yeah, it's a decision for you to move from the crossroads. So it does feel like it's a decision to take action and to go forward into life, into an adventure here. You're not taking it lightly. You're making a big decision, which is taking you on a new trajectory in your life. And so you're going to take the time that you need to make that decision. And I really don't think you can make a wrong decision, because when the sun shows up with judgment, it's like I'm having a realization or an aha moment, and now I see things clearly. Tell me what the outcome is for Scorpio, please. We've got the King of Wands, we've got the Devil energy, and we've got the Ace of Pentacles. Page of Wands on the bottom of the deck. I think you're going to take a leap of faith. It feels like you need a new path, or you are feeling some sort of excitement under the surface. Now, the thing is that this excitement could be anxiety as well, because they feel the same. Excitement and anxiety feel a little bit the same. The only way we know if it's excitement is that this is a positive energy. It might be a little bit of anxiety. What's chasing you? If you feel like you're being chased by a bear, maybe it's not excitement. Maybe it is anxiety. But I feel like mostly it's the devil energy. I want to say that the devil is casting doubt in your pentacle world. And I feel like you don't want to move too quickly. But the King of Wands is here. And I feel like whatever it is you're really passionate about, the King of Wands has their back to the devil, though. So it's like you're ignoring it. You're not validating whatever you're feeling in the belly. So I think you need to validate that so you can get stable before you make a decision, because if your emotions are everywhere, now is not the time. Tell me about what's coming up around the corner for Scorpio. Got the Four of Pentacles, got the Three of Cups, and we have the Two of Cups. Sorry, not the Two of Cups, the Queen of Cups. So the Four of Pentacles, right? It feels like at this time, as we're coming out of this reading, the next 7 days, I don't think you have an answer, to be honest. I think that you're holding back from the reunion, but I think that you're going to feel your feelings. I feel like you have very deep feelings for whatever is going on here. Whatever the situation is, it's not always love. It feels like something is changing. It's going to make a really deep change in your life. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. It could be about work, about home, about moving. We have the Five of Wands. You're not sure. Do I want to go that way? I'm really unsure. We have someone here who's looking across the waters, right? Do I want to travel? Do I want to go on this adventure? So it could be just about anything here. We do have the Three of Pentacles. Three of Pentacles, Ace of Swords is telling me I'm trying to come to some sort of clear-minded resolution about the foundation that I'm building. The Nine of Swords is, but I'm worried. The 10 Swords, Ace of Swords and 9 is, I just need to release it and build the foundation. So I feel like you're hopeful that things are going to work out. We've got the Star here. I feel like this is what you're feeling, though. I think that the difference between the Wheel of Fortune and Temperance is like, it's not now, but I know it's coming, but I have to make a decision, but I'm not really sure. Like, that's what it feels like here. So something big is coming, and it's going to change your life. And I think you should take all the time that you need to make that decision, just so you don't make a wrong decision, right? So we have Aries energy here. We have Leo, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, Virgo, and Pisces. Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius energy is here as well. We do have Capricorn energy, Pisces, and Cancer. You have deep feelings about whatever's going on here, regardless of what the type of situation is. You have really deep feelings about making this decision because you know it's going to change everything. All right, Sag, fire family. Let's figure out what's going on. Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Sag, please. Tell me about Sagittarius. Sag, if you are interested in a private reading, please know the way I'm doing private readings is changing. Now, if you have a username and password for Wizio, it will work in the Hipsy site. Check out the pinned comment below for Hipsy. And I'm now doing live readings, face-to-face, over the phone, over chat. So I do have specific times that are going to be available for that. So if you're interested in that, you can now book an appointment to do a face-to-face reading. Let's find out what's going on, please, for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. All right. You are the logical one this week. I feel like you are liberating yourself. Something you're going to say is going to change a situation, is going to transform something or change somebody's mind. But I feel like you're speaking up this week here, Sag. We do have the Nine of Swords. It's the make it or break it moment. When I see the Nine of Swords and the Queen of Swords, it feels like a make it or break it moment for me because these are 10 swords. So I feel like you're saying something no matter what the outcome is. I just need to get this out of my belly. I need to get this anxiety or whatever it is that I'm feeling, this worry out of my belly. I feel like you're going to be very honest with someone about what you're thinking this week, but be careful because your words will transform something. We do have the Chariot. It could be with a Cancer, it could be with a Libra, a Gemini, or an Aquarius. And we have the Page of Cups. So it does feel like for some of you, it could be emotional. It could be about a new beginning with somebody. Somebody who's been holding their emotions under the surface. Now, I feel like you know that they're holding their feelings under the surface. The Chariot is Cancer energy, and that's why I say that. It feels like that you want to move forward, that you're balanced, you're ready to go, you're in the Chariot, and you're like, come on, let's go. Let's go. Where's everybody? And I feel like you're ready to just say that. I'm ready to go if you're ready to go. But the Page of Cups tells me that something here is very new. And it's sort of to the place here right now where maybe we have affection, or maybe we're starting to feel feelings about each other. And even if it's not feelings for you, if it's not something that has to do with romance, please understand that I'm trying to read these cards as many ways as I can because each card does not just have one meaning. If you're watching tarot readers who only read for love, they will see it only one way. So I'm seeing it different ways because there are different people watching, and I realize that not everybody is at the beginning of a new relationship. So I feel like for some of you, it's time for you to move forward in some sort of new thing that is making you feel really good. This is about good news, right? And so you are liberating yourself, saying something, and that's going to cause something to move forward that is going to be brand new or exciting or good news. Tell me about the Queen of Swords. We have the Ace of Pentacles. We have the Hermit energy. And we have the Six of Cups. It does feel like you're stuck in memories of something. It does feel like that. The Queen of Swords is pointing her sword at the Six of Cups. So it's making me feel like what you're going to talk about is about feelings. About, I feel like I've known you forever, or we have known each other forever. Like maybe this is a friendship. Look, I've known you forever. Like it feels like that sort of energy. We do have the Ace of Pentacles. It feels like an investment of some sort. We need to move forward on this path. We need to clear the path and move forward. We need to heal something. I feel like this energy of the Hermit is saying we need to come together after thinking about what I'm going to say. I feel like you're really supposed to think deeply about what you're going to say. The Hermit is here. I feel like you've already been spending time thinking about what you're going to say. But it does feel like with the Six of Cups, this is somebody that you feel a soulmate connection with, whether they're a soulmate friend, whether they're a member of the family. You know, soulmates can be family members as well. We have many, many soulmates on the earth at the same time. And so I feel like you're about to talk about feelings or reveal feelings or say something about feelings that have been under the surface. Maybe you're going to say someone, look, I know there's feelings in there. I feel that. Tell me more. We've got the Six of Wands. Got the Queen of Pentacles. And we've got the Empress energy. For some of you, we could be talking about a new job. We've got the Pentacles are present. We've got the Queen of Pentacles here. The Queen of Swords is somebody who is doing the hiring and the firing. We do have the Empress here. And so ultimately, this is about abundance, right? You could be the Empress, and maybe you're not. You don't have to be a Taurus or a Libra to be the Empress. The Empress is all of the queens, and which of you, whether you're feminine or masculine, you are the Queen of Wands. So it does feel like there is something that I want victory in that really is very meaningful or really very abundant. So I feel like you are going to be practical and careful with your words, because it feels like you're trying to get a victory in something here, a victory in maybe planning a path forward to our abundance. Because Capricorn is the pre-Empress energy, and then we have the Empress energy. So we could have two people that are on slightly different different vibrations here possibly, but it does feel like with the Capricorn energy with the Queen of Pentacles, it's making me feel like we're planning for the future, or we're planning for our abundance. It feels like somebody does want victory here in planning for abundance. Tell me more. We've got the Ten of Cups in the reverse. Look, I'm not asking for your hand in marriage, is what it's telling me. That's not what I'm asking. I'm asking you, can we slowly move toward some sort of stable place where our emotions are stable, our finances are stable, our minds are stable, our feelings are stable. And so I feel like with the Ten of Cups in the reverse is telling me, look, I'm not asking for your hand in marriage. I'm not asking you for forever. But can we figure this out in some way? I want to know what this Page of Cups is about, please. Tell me about the Page of Cups. Whatever it is, I feel like you're ready to race off into the distance to something that feels really good, but I feel that you want to get more details. And so I feel what you want here, Sag, is you want the details about, are you going to put your effort into this or are you not? Are we going to stay friends or are you going to put more of an effort into this? Because I feel like you're holding back from telling me exactly how you feel. And the King of Swords could be someone that you're dealing with who is an Aquarius, a Libra, or a Gemini. But it feels like this person is the person who's been keeping their feelings under the surface, Sag. And I feel like you know this person who they are a friend of a friend, or they are somebody who's in a social group or a network or somebody that you work with, but you already have built some sort of a platform with them. Like you've built some sort of a stability with them already, but they're not putting in a whole lot. They're not really saying anything. They're not really doing anything. And that could be very telling as well. If that person's really not giving you much energy, maybe it's not something that they're interested in. So I feel like you want to have the heart-to-heart talk, it feels like. And this person is somebody who is not really in touch with their feelings. They're more of a head-over-heart person, and I don't know how much you're going to get out of them. The Page of Pentacles is telling me, oh, not a whole lot. Tell me about the outcome, please, for Sag. We've got the King of Wands, we've got the Justice card, and we've got Temperance here. So I feel ultimately here that you are just going to carry on and try and heal the self, try and get your balance. I feel like you just need to know either way is the feeling I'm getting here. You're going to have this conversation and you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. So I feel like you're not showing up as the Queen of Cups, right? You're not showing up all emotional. You're kind of showing up to deal with the King of Swords, who is not overly emotional, who is very head over heart. And so I feel like Justice and Temperance is telling me that you might just choose to have the balance instead of have to have this conversation. I don't think that you're 100% as to whether or not you're going to say something or not yet. And so I think that it's all going to be done on the fly in a moment of alchemy. If you feel this shift of energy with Justice and Temperance, if you feel the shift of energy as you're sitting in front of the King of Wands or the King of Swords, you're going to say it. And if you don't feel it, you won't say it. So I don't think that we've got somebody who knows if they're going to talk about their feelings or not, or ask about the heart-to-heart conversation. I think you're going to go with the flow and wait for Temperance to tell you. Wait for the moment of alchemy when you feel the shift of energy where I feel solid, I think I can say something, and then you're going to go for it, which is the King of Wands. Tell me what's around the corner for Sag. We've got the Seven of Wands. We've got the Nine of Wands. And we've got the Knight of Swords. So the person that you're speaking with is the Wounded Warrior, and they're all boundaried up. There's someone who they're gonna feel like their back is against the wall. If you are dealing with somebody who is a fixed sign, if it is the King of Swords you're dealing with, that person who is a fixed sign is going to be someone who's going to feel immediately like you're forcing them into something, that you're trying to make a decision for them, and they don't react well when someone else tries to force them into making a decision on the spot. The Knight of Swords is what happens. They start blah. They might just say, no, no, that's not what we're doing. And it's based on old information, based on them being hurt in the past. But I want to say be resilient and take your chance if that's what you want to do. Maybe you need more information. The Page of Swords is here. So maybe you just want to view them from a distance. Look, if you two get together, right, the Page of Cups is here. If you get together with this person and they are a friend and you haven't told them your feelings yet, they're an acquaintance, right? So they're somebody who I don't feel like is a bestie you've had all your life, but somebody who you know, who you built a foundation with, and somebody who that I think that you want to say your feelings to. I feel like you need to observe them in conversation before you decide whether you're going to say something or not, because it could end up here. You could end up causing pressure, and this is where it blows, right? This is where, boom, the person's like, it's either sharp and really hard to deal with, or soft. And it could go either way because Libra's here. It could go either way. So I feel like you're about to say something to someone, but I think you're supposed to use your intuitive energy before you actually dive in, I'm going to say. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. More Libra and Taurus. We have Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. We do have Sagittarius energy. More Libra, Aries, Sagittarius, Leo, Pisces, Cancer, Virgo. Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. All right. Let's talk about Capricorn. Tell me about Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Larry's cousins, Capricorn. Capricorn, if you're interested in a private reading, please know that's changing. I am still offering private reads via pre-recorded video, but now I'm also offering them live. So if you're interested in knowing how that goes down, please go over to Hipsy. There is a pinned comment at the bottom of this video, at the top of the comments, and go over and check my pricing and see how that works out. And you can book appointments that are face-to-face now. Let's find out what's going on with Capricorn, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. What's coming up for Capricorn? We've got the Nine of Cups. We've got the Ace of Pentacles. We've got the Ten of Cups. And we have Justice. Tower is in the reverse. Very interesting. Eight of Swords. So there's a tower coming up. I do see the tower in reverse, especially when it comes up here, is like a tower, a realization or a shift is about to happen here. And it's pulling you out of your head. I feel like you need to be strong because it's pulling you out of your head here and making you make some sort of a detached decision about something that you have not been really sure about. So we have the Nine of Cups. This is wish fulfillment, right? This is being happy and by yourself, right? This is happiness you've created by yourself. No one's given you happiness, which means that, you know, no one came into your life. That's why you're happy. You don't have the, you know, the Birkin. That's why you're happy. Like, it's not something exterior that's made you happy. You're just happy internally. I feel like you're ready. You're ready to start something new. You're ready to invest somewhere. And I think that you're really serious about looking for a long-term relationship or something that is going to be long-term happiness, the apex of happiness, right? You're ready. You're solid. You're ready to go. But I feel like you maybe don't have anyone in mind, or maybe you don't really have anyone, any prospects. I just think that you're saying, I'm ready, I'm happy, I'm ready to invest somewhere, is what it feels like. The Tower in reverse could be telling us that maybe something is coming in the future. We'll see if it comes back out. Tell me about the Nine of Cups, please. Tell me about the Nine of Cups. We've got the Four of Cups, we've got the King of Cups, and we've got the Moon energy. So maybe you do have somebody in mind for some of you. Could be a Libra, could be a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. It does feel like you're ready, but I also feel like, it feels like you might have somebody in mind, but you're wondering, right? Like, I'm just looking at him looking at this Ace of Cups. Is that what I really want? And I feel like you might have feelings for someone here who really isn't showing you anything on the surface. Could be the King of Cups. Look, the King of Cups I always say is a big dog because that's the one who is like really aware of their emotions. This is somebody who's emotionally intelligent, emotionally available. This is somebody who is also, you know, sort of open, right? Open emotionally. But I feel like you're like, should I say something? I'm not really sure. Is this really what I want? We've got the Moon energy here. And so it's things may not be as they seem. This person hasn't really given you anything on the surface to make you think that they have the same feelings. And so I feel like it feels like somebody's hiding something. And like this person, like this is their comfort zone. They like to have the poker face just so nobody knows what they're thinking. I think that you're ready, but you're not sure if somebody else is ready. For some of you, you haven't met this person yet. I feel like you're just ready and you haven't met this person yet. You could also be the King of Cups. You could be somebody who is emotionally available and aware, and I'm ready, but I don't have really any prospects in the future. Tell me more about Capricorn. Oh, the Tower in the reverse did come back out. We do have the Two of Wands, and then we have the Four of Pentacles. So the Two of Wands is about preparation to make a decision. What are you making a decision about? The Wheel of Fortune. I feel, you know, it feels like you're ready to go, and I feel like it will go, but I feel like there is some hesitation here. It feels like you're holding back, like it feels like you think you have control of moving forward, and I don't think you do. I think that destiny is here, and you're about to make a decision to leave the crossroads, and it is going to cause a tower here. It's going to cause a tower that's coming up in the future, the very near future, I feel. The reason that the tower is showing is because of the Four of Pentacles. I feel like you think you're in control and you're not. I feel like this might be somebody who you don't realize has deep feelings for you because the moon is here. And I feel like it's coming at you. You think that you're the one who's in control of the situation. Capricorn, I'm just going to do this, this, and this. And I don't think you realize that you're not in control. The wheel is in control. And it is going to bring you what you want. But I feel like there's somebody here who I feel is not showing their feelings on the surface, and that's why you think you have no prospects. Very interesting. I feel like you're ready to do, the thing is I feel like you're ready to make the investment, but when the investment shows up, you're like, wait a second, I didn't mean for it to happen that quickly. That's what it feels like. With the Wheel of Fortune, you're like, wait a second, Elsie said to manifest it, but I didn't think it was going to show up next week. And I think it's terrifying you just a little bit, and I think that's why the Tower's here. Because the Tower is like, look, you asked for it, now you got to move forward. You got to do it. Tell me what the outcome is for Capricorn, please. We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the King of Pentacles, and we have the Six of Pentacles. So there's somebody here that I feel like you're talking with, or that you're having conversations with. And I feel like this person's not really showing you on the surface that they're actually considering you as someone that they could settle down with. I don't think you understand that they're sort of feeling like very stable and at home in your energy. They feel like you feel like home to them, is what it feels like. You make them feel calm. You make them feel like they can move slowly, like they can be articulate, and they can be practical in their energy. And I feel like this is sort of a really good flow of energy between two people who are giving to each other. And so I feel like you don't suspect it, because we could be talking about someone who you work with, or someone who is already in your pentacle world, someone you've already built a foundation with, someone who has been preparing behind the scenes, because the Four of Pentacles is here, and to you it looks like they're holding back, but somebody who's preparing behind the scenes. But when the Wheel of Fortune is here, things are changing and you don't really have control over it. Tell me what's coming around the corner, please, for Capricorn. Tell me what's around the corner. We've got the Knight of Pentacles. We've got the Queen of Swords. Yep, somebody is speaking up, and it's gonna blow the top off of something here. The Knight of Coins is like, this person is going to do it slowly. They're not just going to be in your face and say, ta-da, here I am. I feel like they're going to drop hints, is what it feels like. They're going to drop clear hints, though. Ask you, like, are you dating anyone? Like, do you have anybody that you're considering for the future? Like, it feels like they're going to drop hints, and they're not going to drop them all at once. It feels like with the Knight of Coins, it's going to be over a period of time. So it feels like it is somebody that you have already been speaking with, or by this time you would have met somebody new, possibly. But we have the Seven of Cups, and so the questions are going to be a little confusing at first. It's like you're going to feel like they're throwing you confusing energy. Like, why are they asking me that? Why are they asking me that if they're not interested in me? Because they're showing me that they have no interest. So I feel that they're sensing that you're ready, because the King of Cups is Scorpio, which is very psychic energy. I think they're sensing you're ready, and so they're testing you. They're kind of giving you little bits of tests here and there. They're looking for the open door is what they're doing. They're looking for the open door, and they're scared. They're scared because they've been hurt before. But I feel like this person, although they're hesitating because they've got this energy of, if I don't say it right now, I'm going to be in regret. I feel like somebody is wanting to start something brand new with you, but they're holding back because they're terrified that they're going to get hurt. They're terrified that the Ten of Swords is going to happen here. So they're going to want to open the door, but they're going to inch it open little by little is what it feels like here. We've got Aries. We've got Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, Sagittarius energy, Libra, Gemini, Aquarius, more Scorpio, more Libra. We've got Virgo energy here, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy. We've got Pisces and Cancer, Scorpio as well. All right, let's get to Aquarius. How are you, Aquarius? I hope you're well. Let's find out what's going on for you, my friend, the next 7 days. Sneak peek for this week. Tell me about the next 7 days for Aquarius. Aquarius, I'm doing readings differently than I did before. I've always offered pre-recorded readings, but I'm now offering live readings as well. And you can schedule those over at Hipsy. Look in the pinned comment for a link to Hipsy. If you already have a Wizio username and password, it works on the Hipsy site. They are sister sites. All right, we've got the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. Tell me why. Tell me about Aquarius. You've made a decision. Feels like a decision has been made after going back and forth, back and forth. You've made a decision about who you want to try and create something long-term with here. Somebody, I feel like I'm talking about a romantic connection here. Yeah, it feels like you are, I want to say that you are about to show somebody your feelings and tell them what your intentions are, is what it feels like here. That there is the Two of Pentacles being in reverse here tells me that you've come to a decision. No more going back and forth on your emotions or your feelings, that you do see a future with somebody here. It could be somebody who's a water sign, a Scorpio, a Pisces, or a Cancer. They could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn. Tell me more. We've got the Four of Wands. We've got the Three of Cups. And we've got the Three of Pentacles. So this is someone that you've already built some sort of a foundation with. They might be someone who's younger than you or someone who looks up to you, sees you as the leader, I would say. We do have the Three of Cups here. It tells me that you do want to celebrate, like you're going to be telling this person that you choose them, and it's going to be a very celebratory time as you come back together with this person. You could be apart with them right now, apart from them right now. The Four of Wands tells me that you're going to try and build some sort of stability, maybe get them to move in, maybe we can play house a little, see if this is going to work. It feels like you have made a decision about some really deep feelings that you're about to express to someone here. Tell me more. We have the Sun. We have the World card. And we have the Lovers. So I feel that you've made a decision that I've really got to close the door on the old chapter, and that you're making a choice. You're choosing someone in the new chapter. So it feels like the Sun is telling me you see things for what they are. You're sort of in this, I want to say that you're in this energy of having a breakthrough. Like it feels like I'm having a breakthrough with this person that I've already built some sort of foundation with here. And the foundation I feel is pretty sturdy or stable, that we're very cooperative and collaborative. And I feel like I want to express myself more, or the Sun is here and now I feel comfortable with telling somebody how I feel. The World card is telling me that you're closing an old chapter, or you've come to a place where this is a milestone for you, because these are milestones that I don't think you come to easily, but you have made a decision here. Now, I think in making this decision, you have to break someone else's heart. And so it does feel like that there is somebody here that maybe you've already broken their heart, but I feel like you might do it in the next 7 days, that you have to give up someone or something in order to move forward and make a choice to be with somebody else. And I feel like you're making the right decision if you feel comfortable with it. So justice about feeling balanced, feeling like you're ending some sort of a karmic cycle. I feel like if you're ending a karmic cycle, you feel like this person you're about to express your emotions to is somebody who is your soulmate, possibly, that you feel like there is a soulmate connection between you and this person. We do have the outcome, and what is the outcome, please, for Aquarius? We do have the Queen of Cups. We have the King of Pentacles. And we have the Moon energy. Well, this is interesting because I still think you're harboring feelings for for another person. So I think that's why the World card is here, because I feel like I gave you a reading last week that I feel like, maybe it was last week or the week before, I don't remember, but it feels, yeah, maybe it was the week before last, 2 weeks ago, that you had a choice between two. And so I feel like you've made your choice, but I also feel like you have unresolved feelings about someone else. Although you're ready to close the chapter and say, you know what, this is a milestone. I see what I want now. I know what I want. I'm feeling this justice energy of balance, and I want to move forward in balance. I feel like there are unresolved feelings here. There are deep feelings for someone who could be a Taurus, a Virgo, or a Capricorn, and it feels like these deep feelings come with the Queen of Cups, because this person is very compassionate, kind, loving. Maybe you're psychically connected to them. The Moon energy, though, is something that's really, really deep, something that you have not resolved the feelings about yet. Tell me what's around the corner for Aquarius. So although you've made your decision about who you want, I feel like there's still feelings about someone else here. And you're trying to be very practical about those feelings. You're like, you know what, I made my decision already. I'm trying to be very practical about those feelings that I have for someone else. So I'm just going to leave them at the bottom of the ocean here. I'm just going to leave them in the Moon energy. I feel like, yeah, that's a dangerous place to be. Tell me about the Moon. I think I need to give you more information here. We do have the Nine of Swords in the reverse. We have the Five of Swords, and we do have the Ace of Pentacles. So I feel like there were harsh words. So if you told this person no, you probably cut them, like with your words. I'm going to say the Nine of Swords being in the reverses, I can't worry about that. I can't worry about how they're going to take my words. I can't invest there. I've already rooted somewhere else. So I feel like regardless of whether or not you still have some deep feelings for this person, I feel like you've already cut them out. Tell me what's around the corner for Aquarius, please. We have the Queen of Swords, we have the Ace of Wands, and we have the Page of Pentacles. We do have, I feel like you're ready now to embark on something new, something passionate. I feel like you've come to a clear decision with the Queen of Swords, and I feel like you made this decision head over heart, which is a little bit of a concern, because I feel like you're making the logical choice, maybe not necessarily the emotional choice, because all the emotions seem here, but the logic seems here. It's like, this is the logical thing to do. Justice, the Libra is here. It's the logical thing to do. Justice, Libra is here. The heart is in this little jail here, and I feel like you have deep feelings, but you're not expressing them on the surface. So I feel like if this is going to work for you at all, you've got to become more vulnerable. Because regardless of whether you've made the decision or not, if you can't be vulnerable, if you're just going to go at it with passion, fire burns out, right? We've got the Ace of Swords in the reverse, and we've got the Fool. So, and the Hanged Man. So it feels like you really did think about this for a while. It feels like you're sort of in a pause or in a moment of trying to get perspective about the new chapter and what the new chapter brings. The Ace of Swords in the reverse tells me you're keeping it to yourself. You're not really expressing those feelings. I'm not really telling people. I'm not really saying things. I'm just going to keep it with me for a while. All right. We do have Pisces energy. We have Aries, Libra. We have Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We've got Gemini, Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and more Leo. We do have Pisces and Cancer, Scorpio as well, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn, Aries, Sagittarius, and Leo energy. All right. Let's get to you, Pisces. Tell me about Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and Jupiter. Tell me about Pisces. Pisces, if you're interested in a private read, please know the way I do that is changing. You can still book your pre-recorded readings, but now you can book for a live reading, either face-to-face, chat, or in phone calls as well. Whatever you choose. Head over to Hipsy. If you look in the pinned comment, you will see a link to Hipsy. Hipsy is the sister site for Wizio. If you already have a Wizio username password, it's going to work in the Hipsy site, and you can just book there. Tell me about Pisces, my water family. What's going on with Pisces in the next 7 days? We've got Temperance. Tell me what's coming in the moment of alchemy for Pisces. Got the Seven of Cups. I feel like leading up to this moment of alchemy, you've been in your feelings. I feel like you've been feeling very overwhelmed emotionally lately. We have the Six of Cups. I feel like you're thinking deeply about someone that you're in your feelings, emotions, and thoughts about. It feels like history, like nostalgia. You know what happens when you do that, right, Pisces? Careful who you're thinking about, because if you're the master manifester, man, somebody from the past is going to show up. We do have the Ten of Wands. It feels like there is an energy here of feeling burdened by the past. Feeling burdened by something that happened in the past. You're feeling very overwhelmed. It's like this moment of alchemy, or this temperance energy here is like you're trying to feel better about it. You're trying to heal these feelings, but it does feel like there is I want to say you're trying to drop some burdens about some nostalgia that you're carrying around with you that still makes you feel very overly emotional. I think you're looking to temperance for healing. Tell me about temperance. We've got the Eight of Swords. We've got the Four of Cups, got the Five of Cups, and the Wheel of Fortune. We have the Fool on the bottom of the deck. Wasn't that interesting? So look, I feel like you're stuck, whilst you're stuck in nostalgia or your emotions, or it feels like you're really weighed down by thoughts from the past, whether that's last week or years ago or a previous life. It feels like you're stuck in these thoughts. It feels like here that you're trying to release or drop the pressure of all of these big emotions that you're feeling about what went on back there. I feel like you're looking at temperance for healing. We have the Eight of Swords. It feels like with the Eight of Swords and Four of Cups, you spend a lot of time here in your thoughts, thinking about what could have been. The Five of Cups is here. And so it feels like there's regret from the past. What could have been, what should have been. It feels like you're living there, and you spend a lot of time thinking about that. So maybe when your head hits the pillow, you can't stop thinking about that. Maybe as you're working, painting, whatever it is that you're doing, you can't stop thinking about a person, a situation. We've got the Wheel of Fortune here, and I feel like it's destiny that things change for you. There is a new door that's opening here. So I'm going to say that there is something that's coming up in the future that I feel is going to help you drop these burdens. We do have the Ten of Swords. It's going to help you release. It's going to help you release this place where you've been stuck. And you get to move forward. Destiny is here, changing your path. And it's in a fortunate way. What do we got here? We've got the Ace of Wands. A new door is opening here. So there is a new path, a new exciting creative path that's about to unlock itself. You're unlocking a new level here. We've got the Three of Wands. It's the level to your future. It's an exciting move into the future. The Knight of Cups is here. So I want to say, go carefully, go slowly. But I also feel like for some of you, the Knight of Cups means that there is romance in the future. There is a romantic connection in the future, because I feel like this is something that's not going to work out for you, that you must let go, and that there is something in the future, but you can't have both. You can't have a foot in both worlds, right? So I feel like you're sort of stuck in the feelings and the thoughts of the past. And in order to be able to move forward, you've just got to let it go. The Wheel of Fortune is here. It's going to help you change that, though. We do have the Page of Wands. So I feel like you're going to find a new romantic connection that you have a spark with. And so I don't know how far in the future that is for you, Pisces, but I do feel like it probably comes after you let the door go. So I feel like you're standing in the hallway holding on to two doors, one to the future, one to the past. And if you go through that door, you have to let go of that door. And if you go through that door, you got to go through the other door. You know what I mean? Like you've got to let one go. Because you've got yourself stuck in the hallway right now, holding both doors, holding them both open, wondering which way should I go. And I feel like one has a lot of nostalgic memories and you're stuck there, and one is something that's brand new and in the future. So it really is change that is needed for you to make a decision to move into the future. The outcome is the Two of Cups. We've got the Nine of Swords and the Three of Pentacles. So it feels like you feel like you're never going to find another person like the last one. I've already built a foundation with that person. I'm never going to find anyone that has that kind of foundation. The Two of Cups is here with the Nine of Swords. It's a worry that I'll never find love again. I'll never be able to build that foundation with anybody else. I feel like it's just healing that you need, and healing is here because temperance is here. And I feel like that's why you're looking to temperance for healing. I feel like it is healing that you need. And once you have healed the past, that's when the future shows up. But it won't be before then, because you can't have both. Tell me about what's coming around the corner for Pisces. We have the Queen of Cups in the reverse, the Queen of Swords, and the Death card. Bottom of the deck is the Nine of Cups. So this is the future energy. Nine of Cups, that's the energy that you need to be in order to go to the future, which is an energy of being happy. The Queen of Cups in the reverse is telling me that your emotions are all over the place, that you're actually feeling quite emotionally drained, or that you're feeling empathically drained. It feels like you are at risk of being overly emotional because you don't really have much left to give to anybody. I feel like right now, Pisces, that you might be stepping into your Queen of Swords energy. So you can just deal with people, put things to an end things that you don't need anymore. The Queen of Swords is a lot easier to deal with the Queen of Swords can deal with endings a lot easier than the Queen of Cups. But I feel like you just don't have any more emotions, empathy, or anything to give to the situation anymore. I feel like you're drained. So the Queen of Swords is standing up and saying, girl, I got you, right? Guy, I got you. Let's just take one swipe with the sword. Let's just liberate ourselves and walk into some sort of transformation here. One more card. And Nine of Pentacles. It's just going to give you confidence and happiness is what it's going to do here. But I feel like something is done and you have not quite digested that it's done already. That this now has to be moved into the file of memories. And I feel like you're feeling like if you let it go, that you lose or that it's gone and I'll never get it back. And it might be true. And maybe I think that's what the Wheel of Fortune is trying to get you to do, to realize that you have so much more in the future. Destiny is coming to bring beautiful things to you. But you have to be the one to realize that you've got to let it go in order to be able to move forward here. Because there is love in the outcome. But I think you're worried that you're never going to be able to find someone who's going to build the same foundation with you that you built with somebody else. All right. I'm going to leave that here. Oh, you know what? I should probably tell you who we're talking about, right? Give you some energy here. We do have, we have Scorpio, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. We have Aries energy. We have Scorpio, Taurus, Aquarius, Leo, and Sagittarius energy. And we have more Sagittarius energy. Yep, Libra, Gemini, and Aquarius. I'm going to leave that right there. Thank you so much for coming here and watching. I appreciate you so much. And of course, I'll be back with the weeklies. You guys take care, and I will do the same. See you soon. Bye-bye.